Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to 2015 in review. My yearly kind of like recap of the LPs and games and stuff I did last year. Or the previous year, last year. So, this past year was a little lackluster for the channel. I'll just say that I wasn't feeling it. But I feel like that's what I say every year. Last year in particular, it kind of wore me out, brought me to, I just wasn't really feeling it this past year, so, which is why I only did like 5 LPs, I think. One of them is still in progress, technically. But anyways, I'm just going to jump right into it. Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I started it in the previous year, 2014, like the last week of it, but I had a lot of fun with it. I might want to play it again as a different character, like a Claptrap, or I want to play as Jack, actually, the doppelganger. So maybe that'll come on stream if I ever get around to fucking streaming anything again. But I do want to stream it, and I think Nick wants to be Claptrap, so Jack and Claptrap will be a pretty entertaining run through, I feel, anyway. I feel like I was really impressed with Borderlands pre-sequel, actually. It was better than I thought it was going to be, because I wasn't really expecting too much out of it. But I was pleasantly surprised with it, and I think it's one of the only games that I LP'd that I actually do want to play again, outside of like maybe Dark Souls again, but that's not for the channel. That's for a stream. So, anyways, next game is Murdered Soul Suspect, which was I don't know. This gets my candidate for shitty game of the year I played. There was just so much random bullshit that happened in this game, and I can't explain it in a 2-minute segment. The fact that it required you to solve a mystery as a ghost, and that was the entire premise of the game. And I think this little sequence right here sums up my playthrough of the game, where I just didn't know what the fuck to do or how to do it. And when I did figure it out, I fucked it up 100,000 times. If you guys haven't seen Murdered Soul Suspect or played Murdered Soul Suspect, good, because this game sucked ass. The combat was probably the worst part of this game, considering you never actually killed anything. It was just fighting, air quote, demons that you just kind of had to prevent from gaining access into the air quote real world. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Those are words I just said. The story was convoluted. It was just, it felt broken and rushed and unfinished, and I'm not proud of it, but it's something that I don't know, felt like I need to do. I feel like I do one LP that I'm not proud of every year, and last year it was Murdered, so it's, yeah. Alright, so moving on. This is why I said one is technically unfinished, because the entire game is not out. Republic. This is a port of a phone game, Android, iOS app thing, I guess, I don't know. It's still a work in progress, I think, because episode 4 just came out. But I kind of like it. It's different than what I usually do. So I feel like it's a departure from just a standard commentary. It's more of a stealth. I hate to describe it as action adventure, because it's just kind of like bleh, like throwing words onto a screen and calling it action adventure. But it's so much more than that. It's like a story of hope. A disgruntled child, I guess you would call her, trying to uncover secrets and escape from a dystopian society known as fuck. What the hell is the word? Metamorphosis. That's the fucking word. And she gets help from a something in a phone that can control the cameras and doors inside Metamorphosis, and I don't know. I need to play more of it to figure out who it was and who it is. She gets help from a hacker inside. It's really good. So far, anyway. I have yet to play episode 4 by the time this video will go up. So I will be doing that shortly after, maybe the next couple days. So I guess be on the lookout for that if you're interested. Alright, so the last game I played this year, well, the last game I actually played, like LP-wise, was Manhunt 2. A game that I had initially said I was not going to play because of the I guess the interactive executions, I'll call it, which is I think what they are called in game. So lo and behold, I got a comment on one of the videos, probably on the video why I wasn't going to play it, that I could turn them off, and that made my life one hell of a lot easier, because I didn't want to have to deal with pushing buttons, moving the mouse. It was just such a pain in the ass to have to deal with. But turning that off, I actually had an adequate amount of fun playing Manhunt 2. Maybe the first one was better. I'm pretty sure it was better. But the way that it was executed in number 2, I felt was more... I felt like they improved upon a lot of stuff, and I felt like they fell short on some stuff. Like, I felt like they improved on the executions, but they fell short on the... I guess the AI was a little worse. I felt, even though there was a thing that you could do where, I don't have it in these clips, but they kind of got more curious, got more attentive. They weren't as dumb. Although it certainly felt like they were more dumb. I just don't know how else to describe it other than they knew where to look and how to look. They just didn't make more of an effort to look. Like, they would investigate certain areas and where they thought you were, but they didn't inspect further. Like, here, I thought I was for sure going to get that little mini-game thing, but it didn't happen. So overall, I feel like Manhunt 2 was a great game. Although if you're looking to play one of the Manhunt series, I would play the first one, because the first one is just better than the second one overall. But yeah, that was kind of like the year in review, although I talked more about Manhunt than any other game. I had some fun. Granted, I felt more burnt out this year. I just kind of needed to take a little bit of a break. And I feel like I got that. So maybe 2016 will be better for me. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.